Welcome to Meghan and Harry Tales channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and show some love to Harry and Meghan. I am your host, Kelly. Today, we're diving into the controversy surrounding Prince Harry's visa records. The Heritage Foundation has been relentless in their pursuit to access these records, stirring up a lawsuit that many claim to be nothing more than a fishing expedition. And what's more, there's not a single piece of evidence pointing towards any wrongdoing by Prince Harry. Now, why would anyone be so persistent without a shred of evidence? Let's delve deeper. The heart of this saga lies in the courtrooms. As we delve deeper, we find the Heritage Foundation at the forefront of a contentious legal battle against the Department of Homeland Security. The crux of their lawsuit, an assertion that Prince Harry may have been dishonest on his visa application. It's a bold claim, yet one that precariously hangs without a shred of evidence. The Foundation's actions raise eyebrows, suggesting a pursuit more aligned with sensationalism than substantial legal grounds. This legal tussle isn't just about the paperwork, it's about the implications of such allegations and the integrity of the legal processes. The Heritage Foundation has repeatedly emphasized their belief that Prince Harry misled immigration authorities. However, the Department of Homeland Security, backed by the Biden administration, has held a firm stance. They've made it unequivocally clear there are no grounds for Prince Harry's deportation. Moreover, the administration argues that as a matter of policy and principle, visa records, steeped in personal and sensitive information, are safeguarded under the umbrella of law enforcement records, thus exempt from public disclosure under the Freedom of Information Act. It's essential to understand the broader context here. The Department of Homeland Security operates under stringent rules designed to protect individual privacy and maintain the integrity of investigations and operations. By classifying these records as law enforcement related, they ensure a layer of security and confidentiality, which is crucial in handling cases that might have national or international ramifications. As observers, we might ponder the motivations driving this legal challenge. Is it truly about upholding the law, or is there an undercurrent of political or media-driven agenda? The lines between legal accountability and sensational exploitation appear blurred. Indeed, the law stands firm, but the motives behind this legal challenge seem quite murky. In the intricate dance of legality and public interest, one must question, where should the line be drawn? Across the pond, this story takes on a life of its own. The British Royalist community, with their deep-rooted fascination for monarchy-related drama and the ever-eager media, have turned the lawsuit over Prince Harry's visa records into a spectacle of unprecedented proportions. In the heart of London and beyond, Royalists have expressed a range of emotions, from disbelief to outright indignation. They argue that the ongoing legal tussle is less about legal formalities and more about a continued invasion of privacy directed at a prince who chose to step away from royal duties. This sentiment is echoed in tea rooms and online forums, where royal enthusiasts gather to dissect every detail of the royal family's lives. Meanwhile, the British media, never one to shy away from a royal scandal, has latched onto the narrative of potential deportation with fervour. Headlines scream possibility and conjecture, often overshadowing the dry realities of legal proceedings. Prince Harry, from palace to deportation, one tabloid headline might read, capturing the eyes and imaginations of millions. This sensational approach has not only fueled public interest, but has also painted the legal battle as a dramatic saga, filled with intrigue and potential downfall. The impact on public perception is palpable. The story of a prince potentially facing deportation, regardless of its veracity, stirs up a cocktail of sympathy, schadenfreude, and suspense. It's a narrative perfectly suited for the digital age, where the line between fact and speculation often blurs. Social media platforms are abuzz with debates and theories, each user adding their own twist to the tale. And as the media frenzy continues, each development in the courtroom is scrutinized and spun into a narrative thread that feeds the endless appetite for royal dramas. The plot thickens as every twist is a headline, ensuring that the public's gaze remains fixed on this unfolding story, eagerly awaiting the next chapter in what has become a global spectacle. But what's at the core of DHS's refusal? The Department of Homeland Security operates with a broad mandate, one that includes the delicate balancing act of enforcing laws while protecting individual rights. A DHS lawyer recently made a compelling argument as to why visa records, such as those of Prince Harry, should be considered law enforcement records and therefore exempt from public disclosure under the Freedom of Information Act, or FOIA. The reasoning? Visa applications, by their very nature, contain a wealth of personal information. From addresses and phone numbers to employment history and biometric data, these records are a goldmine of details that, if mishandled, could lead to serious privacy violations. More importantly, these applications often include sensitive information that could compromise law enforcement efforts if released indiscriminately. Imagine a scenario where every visa record was freely accessible. It wouldn't just affect the individuals involved, but could potentially tip off individuals under investigation, compromise undercover operations, or even expose vulnerabilities in our immigration system. The stakes are undeniably high. This stance by DHS isn't just about protecting a high-profile individual like Prince Harry. It's about upholding a principle that ensures the safety and privacy of all who interact with the immigration system. Releasing such information without a substantial public interest argument not only undermines personal security, but also the broader integrity of law enforcement operations. Moreover, setting a precedent by making these records public could open the floodgates for similar demands across various sectors, potentially eroding the privacy of countless individuals and jeopardizing ongoing investigations. It's a slippery slope that could lead to a significant erosion of trust in the confidentiality and efficacy of our law enforcement agencies. Privacy, as it appears, is not just personal, but a pillar of lawful governance. Where do we draw the line between public interest and privacy? This is a question that sits at the heart of this ongoing saga, underscoring the delicate balance between the right to know and the right to privacy. When we talk about ethical considerations, we must consider the impact of disclosing someone's personal records. Yes, Prince Harry is a public figure, but does that mean every aspect of his life should be laid bare for public consumption? Here's something to ponder. If every detail of our lives were under scrutiny, how would we feel? It's not just about the invasion of privacy, but also about the potential for misuse of this information. Then there's the role of public interest. Prince Harry, as a member of the royal family, has always been in the public eye. But just because there's interest, does that mean there's a right to know? The public interest argument is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it helps maintain transparency and accountability. On the other, it can lead to intrusion and exploitation. This case has the potential to set significant precedents. If the Heritage Foundation were to succeed, it could open the floodgates for similar requests. It could mean anyone's personal records could be accessed under the banner of public interest. But if DHS's argument holds, it might strengthen privacy protections, especially for individuals under the spotlight of public interest. Ultimately, it's about finding a balance. Transparency is crucial in a democratic society, but so is privacy. It's about respecting the individual's right to privacy while ensuring the public's right to know is not compromised. It's a careful juggling act, and getting it right is no easy task. It's a fine line indeed, and who gets to draw it is even more complex. As we watch this case unfold, let's remember this. Every decision made, every line drawn can have far-reaching consequences, not just for Prince Harry, but for all of us. As we reach the end of this intricate tale, what have we learned? Throughout our discussion, we've delved into the ongoing legal battle where the Heritage Foundation has tirelessly sought access to Prince Harry's visa application, sparking widespread media coverage and public discourse. Despite the absence of concrete evidence suggesting any wrongdoing by Harry, the lawsuit raises significant questions about privacy, especially concerning public figures. The fervour with which the media has pursued this story, often sensationalising the potential for Harry's deportation, illuminates the intense scrutiny faced by celebrities and royals alike. This scenario underscores the delicate balance between the public's right to know and the individual's right to privacy. The argument presented by the Department of Homeland Security that such records are part of law enforcement and thus confidential supports the notion that not all information should be freely accessible, particularly when it may unjustly harm an individual's reputation. This tale also prompts us to reflect on the broader implications for celebrities and public figures. How much of their lives do we consider public domain? And at what point does the pursuit of transparency infringe upon the right to privacy? As viewers and consumers of media, it's crucial to approach stories with a critical eye, questioning the sources and considering the motives behind the information presented. Are we seeking truth, or are we entertained by controversy? Thank you everyone for watching the video. Show some love by subscribing and sharing. Remember to leave a comment. Thank you. I am your loyal host, Kelly.